What's going on, Capricorn? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be your full moon quickie. For those of you that happen to be catching this after the full moon, just remember that we do have a grace period 3 days before, 3 days after, where the energies are very present, so keep that in mind. For those of you that for whatever reason are subscribed to my TikTok but you can't view your video, you can always catch it on my YouTube channel as well, and vice versa. So whichever one you happen to be viewing it from, or whatever, it's on both platforms. Okay, so this reading in particular is based around the full moon. For those of us that follow Vedic astrology like myself, it's in Libra. This full moon is in Libra, and so that is what this reading is going to be based around, which is basically what is this full moon highlighting for us at this time, and what is it, or what is it bringing back into balance for you? Okay, so interesting. So yeah, so it's like either something's being highlighted for you at this time, or something's being brought back into balance. So we're going to figure out more what that is for you whenever you're seeing this video. So for Capricorns, I hope y'all are doing well, staying as hydrated and in flow and in alignment as much as possible during this time. Okay, so interesting. So you guys got 2 cards that came out. Friends came in reverse. Group, soul tribe, showing up, hanging out, togetherness, friendliness. Interesting. So some of you, it feels like, Capricorn, this feels, at least for now, it feels more like a highlight type of energy. But some of you are maybe kind of just finding yourself not really wanting to interact with people, not kind of just like being a loner in a sense, not in a bad way, but just, really focus on spending more time with yourself. Some of you maybe, whether you're doing that on purpose, some of you may be guided to do that, to spend more time with yourself at this time. Some of you maybe kind of just find yourself not really wanting to engage with other people or interact with other people, and that's totally fine if that's what you feel like you have to do. But for some of you, what I'm also getting here is some of you may be kind of feeling like, I don't want to say feeling bad, but maybe feeling kind of like down on yourself, that you don't have, maybe it seems like you don't have a lot of friends, or people aren't wanting to hang out, or things like that. Just know that that's not happening by mistake. Okay, sometimes the universe will shut people out of our lives or our experience in order for us to, get ourselves back on track, in order for us to really ascend, or, really get our energy back in the right place, get it back in flow where it needs to be, to maybe restore balance in some type of way. For you guys to like rise above that, rise above maybe some challenges that you're experiencing. So I feel like it's, I feel like you're being encouraged to not take it personal. If you're feeling like, people aren't hanging out, don't want to, spend time with you, or it feels like you don't have a lot of friends right now, or you guys are kind of just really on this solo type of journey, just, just know that it's all for a purpose. It's putting you exactly where you need to be. Okay, let's see. Some of you, this maybe has to do with dating. Some of you are still holding on to something, something that some of you are not letting go of. Others of you are just simply holding yourself back from, doing what your heart desires, and that could be why some of you are being kind of like isolated in a sense at this time. I feel like it's kind of like the universe's way of kind of like making you focus on yourself, more pour into yourself, to really get in touch and in tune with what you really need, what you really want at this time, especially when it comes to your stability. Okay, let's get overall outcome for Capricorn. Okay, Hermit, Virgo energy. Some of you may have Virgo in your chart, maybe dealing with one. With the 6 of Cups, interesting, and the Tower at the bottom with the Lovers. Oh, so some of you may be still holding on to someone from your past. Okay, that could be what this 4 of Pentacles is representing here, is that some of you are, maybe there's people that you're trying to date, or people around you that are, like your soul tribe is trying to come into you, like come into your experience, but some of you aren't, you're not allowing it in because of something you're still holding on to. Okay, some of you, it feels like maybe shadow work surrounding your past, surrounding things that have happened before, maybe previous relationships, connections, friendships, whatever that might be. It feels like that energy is being highlighted at this time to really give you an opportunity to identify what you're still holding on to, whether it's experiences, pain, hurts. Just saw 4 for 4 on the timer when I looked up. Whatever that is, it's like this is an opportunity for you to release that, to move beyond it, to rise above connections or experiences that have essentially been holding you back or holding you down in some type of way. Some of you, it's like you want to make new friends, you want to date, you want to have certain experiences and be more social and, you know, put yourself out there in different ways, or, you know, be more on social media, things like that. But some of you are holding back from from really doing what your heart is desiring, or what you're, you know, really stepping into your confidence and, you know, putting yourself out there in the ways that you really want to. I feel like some of you maybe used to do that, but you're kind of just like, have been kind of like reclused in this hermit energy, and because of things that have already happened in the past. But it feels like, you know, if that applies, or for those that applies to, this is your indication that it's time, you're being guided to let that go. This full moon it feels like bringing that up, or putting awareness on that to show you where you're still holding yourself back. Okay, especially if it, you know, when it comes to a love connection, a relationship of some sort, it's like, you know, it's over. Okay, you always, you know, there's always more fish in the sea, there's always, you know, other opportunities. But it feels like some of you are still holding on to something from your past, or someone from your past that you know, is essentially maybe keeping friends from you, keep you from wanting to make friends, keeping you from putting yourself out there, keeping you from wanting to hang out. It's like holding you back in some type of way, even if it's just simply networking with other people, working with other people. But there's this, you know, there feels like there's a need here to shift your perspective about this. Okay, allow yourself to identify and really focus on, you know, take some time to focus on what a situation has taught you. What have you learned from past experiences that didn't work? And allow yourself to take a risk, to do something different, to try it again, to know that, okay, if I learn, you know, this lesson from this, I can, you know, rest assured that I don't have to have that experience again, because I learned what it was trying to teach me. And now I can try this again going forward, but now I'm not starting over from scratch, but this time with experience. You see what I'm saying? So it feels like some of you are really, this full moon is really highlighting where you can free yourself to not resist what is trying to release, what is trying to leave your life, and not, you know, stronghold and hold on to it. Okay, not holding yourself back anymore. I feel like some of you, you know, it's like it really, the universe wants you to have experiences that, you know, make you feel good, that make you feel uplifted and free, and, you know, all that. But it's like, if you're not allowing that to happen, you know what I'm saying, you're keeping yourself stuck, and we have no one to blame but ourselves in the situations. So, you know, it feels like you're really being asked to, you know, really look at what's possible. Okay, not based on what has been, but what is possible from where you are now, by doing something different. For some of you, it's very different for you to, you know, take time to really identify what past connections or experiences were trying to teach you. For some of you, that's kind of like a new thing. And I don't mean from a place of ego, but from a place of, you know, your higher self. How is this really trying to help me, even if it did hurt? Putting that part of you aside that was hurt, right? It's not to discount it or downplay it, or you know, act like it isn't valid, not at all. But it is to just shift the perspective for a chance for the time being. It's kind of like playing the mediator, you know, giving your lower self time to your ego, right? Time to feel its feelings and be hurt and all those things and be a victim. But also the higher self, right, that knows that this was all happening for a higher purpose, that it had a higher meaning behind it. What was that trying to teach me? How is that actually helping me? Even if my ego wasn't letting me see that back then. You see what I'm saying? So it's like giving both sides their chance, their opportunity to talk, and you playing that mediator, playing that you know, that medium between the two that keeps everything calm. It feels like some of you, you know, are being guided to do that for yourself. And that's the beautiful thing about this human experience, is that we have that ability to do that for ourselves, to play that role without having to pay someone outside of ourselves to do it. You can choose to do that for yourself. Like, you are that powerful to actually play that role and it to actually work. Okay. It's just really all a matter about what you believe is possible. But it really feels like some of you, with this 22 here at the bottom, it's like some of you are really being guided to take a risk, to try something new, to, you know, be bold and, you know, step into your courage. Okay, it may feel challenging, but it's time for you to, like, kind of blaze your own path. Some of you are meant to be a pioneer in your own right, kind of like create your own lane from where you are. That's why certain experiences you had to experience on your own. So that was never for, you know, it was never in vain. I feel like some of you need that reminder that all of the challenges you've experienced was never in vain, but it's now, this full moon is presenting an opportunity for you to now see it from that perspective and allow that to uplift you instead of discouraging you. Allow it to empower you instead of, you know, holding you back. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, Capricorn. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, share, follow, all the good stuff. Until next time, you guys.